Let's now welcome our host, Mr. Dev Sani.
Thank you, Thomas Triber. Thank you, Ian Thomas, CBE as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another groundbreaking Riyadh season special. And this truly is something special. We have lit up the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. We have lit up the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. And on Saturday night, we will light up the National Stadium right here in the United Kingdom. Welcome to the Riyadh season card, Wembley Stadium edition. This truly special night, I mean, Riyadh now has become the global home of everything big time. The entire boxing landscape has changed. Over the space of the last 11 months, we have seen new kings crowned, we've seen history written, we've seen enemies unite, we've seen legends made, and we've seen a few legends fade. And the reason is Riyadh season. And now some of that Saudi Arabian magic is just starting to get sprinkled around the world. We saw it last month as pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford made his Riyadh season debut, and we'll see it again, Wembley Stadium on Saturday night. The main event, of course, former two-time unified world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua taking on the newly crowned, heavy-handed Daniel Dynamite Dubois. He is now the world champion heading into this fight. It's an explosive head-on collision in the heavyweight division. And the undercard all set up here. Well, in what is becoming the norm for Riyadh season, you can't even really call this an undercard. So many of these fights could be the main event. And we've very much got the UK covered. London to Leeds, we've got West Midlands to Belfast, Scotland to Sunderland, a little bit of everything on Saturday night. And by the way, as if that wasn't supersonic enough, we've even got a little bit of Liam Gallagher on Saturday night. So make sure you tune in if you're not lucky enough to be there. A truly unforgettable evening coming up. Well, let's speak to some of these fighters. Let's start with a very intriguing fight in the super lightweight division. We're speaking about unforgettable nights. Well, there was a young gentleman sat on the end of the table there on my left side who received an unforgettable phone call. Josh Padley will be taking on Mark Chamberlain on Saturday night. And Josh, I'm going to start with you here because I read a brilliant article in The Sun about you. You managed to get a full page in The Sun from Wally Downs talking about how you are giving up the job of being an electrician to follow this boxing dream. Big night for you on Saturday.
Yeah, big night. I want to first of all say thank you to everybody involved in Riyadh season. It's been nothing short of amazing this week. But yeah, the last 8 weeks I've managed to become a full-time athlete and give myself the best chance possible come Saturday night.
Well, I've heard you say that you will be Mark Chamberlain's best opponent yet. And I put that to Mark Chamberlain quite recently, who sat at the other end.
Oh, he's got some backing up to do.
Well, look, Mark, just chime in. I mean, when you talked to me, you said he needs to give his head a wobble, and you'll give his head a wobble. I mean, what are the thoughts here, gents?
He can try, like. I'm sure he's gonna. It's a fight, but I back myself, and I definitely think I'm gonna be Mark's hardest test to date.
How do you claim you as my hardest test?
Because I haven't had a chance to prove myself yet.
Okay.
You're my proof, so when I beat you Saturday night, then...
You've got a lot of backing up to do if you're going to beat me. Trust me.
That's what I'm coming to do, bro, don't worry.
You can have a go, but you're not going to.
Mark, your opponent is also on record saying that he will bring chaos on Saturday night. How do you deal with chaos, Mark?
Same as every fight, really. They all talk the talk, and when they get punched on the chin, it all changes for them, so you'll soon find out.
And you're becoming a bit of a favourite around Riyadh. It's no secret. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has highlighted you as one of his favourite fighters, maybe his favourite fighter. That's a lot of pressure heading into Saturday.
Yeah, obviously there's that added pressure there, but while we're on that subject, I would like to thank Turki Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Queensberry, Frank Warren, everyone involved for letting me be involved in these platforms. And like I say, you're going to see another explosive performance on Saturday night, and we'll come away with another victory and keep everyone happy and hopefully be part of these big platforms in the future.
Well, Josh Padley, let me just come to you here. Do you think he's overlooking you at all? He speaks with a lot of confidence as to how he's going to deal with you on Saturday night.
I mean, he's obviously going off what he's seen of me, which is not much content out there. Again, I've never had a chance to really prove myself against a high-level fighter, so this is the level that I want to be at. Come Saturday night, you're going to see that.
You're going to need to, because you're in a proper fight Saturday night.
That's what I want. That's why I'm here.
Cool. Make sure you bring your A game, because you're going to need it.
Got everything ready.
Okay, we'll see.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Mark Chamberlain. Thank you, Josh Padley. A brilliant fight there between two unbeaten fighters. Someone has got to go.
Not mine.
Today. As Mark Chamberlain says, not his. So we'll tune in to find out anyway. No spoilers, thank you, Mark. Let's keep things moving. We'll head to the middleweight division. Now, there was supposed to be a fight here between Josh Kelly and Liam Smith. Unfortunately, Liam Smith had to pull out. We wish him well. He's had to pull out. He's not well. We can't go through with the fight. But Liam Smith's loss is the gain of Ishmael Davis. He got the call. 6 days' notice. He stepped up. He said yes. Ishmael Davis, I mean, how do you go from being the guy that just took the fight with Josh Kelly to being the guy that makes sure he beats Josh Kelly on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Eddie Hearn and Turkey Al-Sheikh for this chance and all the matchroom team. But listen, I've heard in Josh Kelly's interviews, he's overlooking me. And let me just tell you, your best win's Troy Williamson, who I just beat as well. And every time you've stepped up, you've been beat. Ray Robinson, you should have lost. David Avanesian beat you. And I'm the most progressive British boxer, no joke. So you're overlooking me, but Saturday night, bro, you're going to be in there with the hell, bro. I'm telling you now.
I'm excited to see.
I dare you to meet me in the middle of the ring.
We'll
I know what you're going to do. Hit, move, hit, man. I'm going to be on you the whole way, bro. And you've never had it like me, bro. You get me? And you're overlooking me, and your trainer knows, bro. He knows. And you can't train for my style. So you've been training for Liam Smith, yeah, but you can't train for my style. You're going to laugh, bro. You're a prey boy. You're not cut like me, bro. I tell you now, you ain't cut like me. I'm fit, bro. I ain't here for no payday. I'm here because I believe I'm going to knock you out, bro. You ain't making it to the 12th. Let me tell you, bro.
It's all talk till you get in.
Let me tell you.
It's all talk till you get in. We'll see.
Whatever, we'll see, bro.
Your best win was Troy Williamson.
All that, but we're going to see, bro. We are going to say, and everyone's
levels.
Because everyone seems to think
there's levels. There's levels to this game.
The truth is, every single time you've stepped up, you've been beat, bro.
You learn.
And me and you have got the same best win. Troy's my best win. I didn't have no amateur.
2 years on, I finished Troy. I finished bro. I finished them.
We're going to see on Saturday. All the talking's done, yeah. Saturday night's going to happen.
You're doing a lot of talking there.
You're going to see a real superstar.
You're doing a lot
That's
of
what
talking
I am.
there.
I'm going to show you,
You're doing a lot of talking there.
Trust me, bro.
Listen, we'll see. I'm excited to see you.
I'm going to show you, Josh.
I'm grateful for you taking the fight.
I'm going to show you, bro.
This late notice against someone like me.
Bro, and
you got some balls on
your chest, bro.
You got some balls on you.
I dare you.
Hold you up. Hold you
in the middle of the ring with me.
Hold you up.
I dare you.
You don't punch enough.
Everyone you're a superstar, what they think you are. Step in the middle of the ring with me and stay there with me. And you were going to keep, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to keep anyway. We'll see anyway. You're going to see.
Okay.
Believe.
I'm excited to see.
I'm excited. Believe you. When I got that call, 6 days notice, mate, I couldn't sleep. I got out of my bed and I was up the whole day after watching Canelo beat fucking, sorry for my language, after watching Canelo beat Belanga. I'm going to beat you, bro.
I think you're a little bit excited here, Ishmael.
I'm going to see.
Save that energy for Saturday night, bro.
Yeah, man.
Save that.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that was one question, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
I was a bit excited.
Just the one.
I was a bit excited.
Because you know what it is? I hate being
excited.
I know what I'm about, so I hate, people, listen, there's no bad blood, yeah, but I hate people talking down to me, down about me, like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm training for world level and this. Bro, you're not world level, bro. When have you been world level? Never. And I believe I'm going there, so we're going to see. Because you're in my...
Have a look at my box, Rick. Have a look at your box, Rick. Have a look at what I've fought and have a look at you fought.
It doesn't matter,
Have a look at it. Have a look at the people you beat.
It doesn't matter, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm the most
Mackenzie
aggressive British boxer. I've had no amateurs, bro. I've had 2 fights on TV.
Yeah.
The first one, the second one was much better. This one's going to be much better.
Well done.
And I've had 3 weeks in camp.
You're getting very excited. You need to save that energy,
Yeah, cool.
That's come out of nowhere. That's nervous energy
all the time, bro. You're not where I'm
nervous
bro. Where I come from, mate, you make a mistake, your life's gone, bro. You ain't from there. You're a pretty boy, bro. So let me tell you that.
We're boxing, brother.
We're
boxing.
Remember that.
We're boxing, normally.
Anyway, talking. We'll see Saturday night.
We're boxing.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Ishmael, I asked you one question, so I should, of course, ask Josh one question.
You.
Hi, Josh,
Yeah.
great to see you, by the way.
Great to see you, Dev.
Listen, you've had to switch, late change, 6 days' notice. It was going to be Liam Beefy Smith.
Yeah.
It's now this man who is intent on taking your head off on Saturday. How has that
Lovely.
switch been for you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Spencer, Wasserman, Turkey Al Sheikh for helping me out, keep me on this card. Switch been beautiful, you know. I believe he's going to bring exactly what Liam was going to bring. Liam's world class at it, that's the difference. Ishmael has improved himself world class at it, so I was getting ready for someone on that level and that magnitude. And I just put our stars and our boxing ability side by side, and I believe he's getting tossed in the deep end late notice. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of, I know I belong here. I brought Ishmael to the table, accepting his fight. So Ishmael's going to be excited. He's going to come out. He's going to fight off a lot of nerves. But when it comes to crunch time, when you're in front of the big crowd in Wembley Stadium, it's going to come on top real quick.
He's talking about...
I'm made for this. Believe me, I'm made for this.
Well, you want him to stand and trade with you, right? Josh, he's made that pretty clear. Come and have a fight with me. Will you stand and trade with him? You're going to have a fight with him?
He hasn't got enough power for me to respect him, really, to stand there and trade, do you know what I mean? If he's stopping the guys on the feet and then seeing his pagger Troy Williamson didn't take one backward step, didn't get hurt once in the fight. I hurt Troy Williamson 5 times.
It's a lie, bro. It's a lie.
4 or 5
no one's
times
seen
in
a
the
knife.
At 120, 109. 120, 109.
Josh,
120, 109.
You're a nice guy, bro.
116,
Listen, let's just
140.
allow the chat. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday.
116, 140.
Trust
You
me,
start the chat, though, Ishmael.
Yeah,
Don't start.
I'm
He asked you
showing
one
my
question, you went
dominance,
off.
bro, like I'm gonna be doing
He
in the
asked
ring.
you one
You're
question,
talking
you
down
went
about
off.
me, bro. I've not said no, but respectful, and I heard you talking down about me. I've got to come here.
Lad,
Who I am.
you need to give it a rest. You need to wind it in. Just chill out.
Cool.
Just relax.
Cool. I'm cool.
We'll get on Saturday. Don't worry. Relax.
Saturday, you're gonna see, bro.
Relax. I know it's the first time here, but listen, we're all big
Not my
boys
first
here. Let's
time,
just
bro. I've
relax.
been on good
Let's
shows
just relax.
before. This is the
Just
biggest
chill
show,
out.
yeah, but it's not about this, bro. This don't mean
No,
nothing.
this is your first time at the
Fight,
table.
that means so much, bro. Because if I lose the fight, all this is gone. So it don't matter. Just believe I've got that in mind.
So you're lumping that pressure on yourself. Don't worry. Make sure you come in with that
come
pressure.
on, bro.
on your back, bro.
Same for you.
Don't
If
worry,
you lose this
bro.
fight,
Pressure on
where
you.
you going?
Okay.
Everyone's gonna laugh at you, bro.
Thank
Because
you
you think
very
you're a superstar.
I am.
Big superstar.
We've got to move it along. We've got so many brilliant fights. I could probably listen to you talk all day, and you probably could talk all day. Brilliant stuff. Middleweight fight coming up. Josh Kelly.
Thank you, Mr.
against
Dev.
Ishmael Davis. Thank you, Mr. Josh Kelly. Thank you, Ishmael Davis. What a fight. That's whet the appetite here.
That's a bit spicy.
It's a bit
Jesus.
spicy. It's a bit spicy. I'm not sure we'll get similar spice between two very nice guys here in Josh Warrington and Anthony Cacace. I've seen your face-offs. It's all been very respectful. But let's see what we can do. Let's have a chat here. Josh, this is for the IBO World Super Featherweight Championship, by the way. Josh, great to see you. We know all about the Leeds warrior, Josh Warrington, at featherweight. Tenacious, never took a step back. He's got that will, that grit. But what is Josh Warrington like at super featherweight?
Absolutely massive. Just like to just carry on echoing, boys. Thank you to all those involved in giving this opportunity. Frank, Eddie, Spencer, His Excellency. It's a new chapter for me. Super featherweight. Been a featherweight for over 12 years, championship level. But you know what? It's one of them things where you look back over your career. Maybe should have done this. You should have done that. But now's the time that I step up, and this camp, I felt the benefits from it. You know, everyone talks about having the best camp and this, that, and the other, but I feel really strong, feel really good, and I'll show on Saturday night that it's a decision that I should have done a few years ago.
Your opponent, Anthony Cacace, the champ over there, he says that your style is perfect for him. If he wants to box you, he can box you. If he wants to fight you, he can fight you. What do you think about that?
Oh, you Sheraz, get the wooden spoon in there, Dev. And we know between me and him, there's a lot of animosity in this room, but nothing but respect for the man. He's a new champion. Listen, you're not going to get loads of screaming and shouting at me, and I don't think you're going to do what I'm doing. But one thing I will guarantee you is action on Saturday night, and I think that's the way that I've always done my business, and I think that's the same with him as well. So, You know, we might not shout and scream at each other, but listen, don't miss our fight, because guarantee it'll be the fight of the night. You know, I'm experienced. I'm experienced in this game, and I think I've dealt with every single style that I've come against. We've been tall, short, a boxer, a puncher. I've been in with them big guys, and you know, a lot of the time I've come through it. So that experience, you can't buy that, and it goes a long way.
Josh, I've heard you say you want to be in fights that people remember. You've already been in so many that people will remember. Mm-hmm. What will people be saying about Josh Warrington on Saturday night?
Just stepped up and he never turned his back, and you know, even when the chips were down and things weren't going his way, you know, he turned up and did the business. No, I said that, Dev, about the belts, because you know, I'm disappointed the IBF's not on the line now, but it just is. It's about like I say, it's about the fight, and we're going to have an exciting fight this weekend. And yeah, the journey of Josh Warrington will continue.
Okay, let's hear from your opponent, the champ, the Andy Town Apache, Anthony Cacace. Brilliant, thrilling win over Joe Cordina last time out on the Fury Usyk undercard. And now you head into this fight as the champion, you head in as the favourite, you head in, surely, with the pressure.
No, there's no pressure. Josh, he's a two-time world champion. His career has been filled with success. I'm only getting a bit of success now. Josh is a great champion in featherweight. You know, he's moving up in weight this one. You know, he's a bit stronger and whatever else. But I'm a big super featherweight, and it's going to be a tough night for him.
Well, you've said that his style is perfect for you. Just tell us a little bit more about that. Why is it so perfect for you?
I've boxed. He's smaller than me. You know, he's going to come on the shots. I'm not going to have to go looking for him. So, you know, also, you know, he's a big set of balls. He's big heart. He's going to come for a proper fight, and that's exactly what I want him to do. So, you know, Josh, he's a good lad. I've got nothing bad to say about him. You know, his accolades speak for themselves. He's done everything. Fought some great champions, beat them. So I know I'm in for a hard night, but listen, no one's taking these belts off me.
What is it that makes you unbeatable right now? Because I've heard the way you've been talking ahead of this fight. There's an intensity about you. There's something in your eyes. It feels like it's going to take a lot to beat you. But what do you think? What is making you so tough to beat right now?
Well, no man's unbeatable. Every man's beatable. But you know, again, this is all new to me. I've worked from I was 9 years of age. I'm now 35. You know, I've worked to have these in front of me and to have these type of nights ahead. You know, so I don't want to be giving these away. You know, a couple of months down the line. You know, but I know I'm not taking Josh for granted. I know exactly what he's going to bring. You know, I know he's locked in. But again, the belts are coming with me.
Okay, thank you very much, Anthony Cacace. Thank you, Josh Warrington. Brilliant super featherweight fight. Two gentlemen, if you watch the face-offs, you'll see they'll probably be friends after this, but when the first bell rings, they are going to give it absolutely everything on Saturday night. Well, we've got a brilliant fight at light heavyweight. The WBO interim light heavyweight championship is on the line. Willie Hutchinson and Joshua Buatsi. Now, the build-up to this fight has been, let's say, ill-tempered. For those that haven't seen the clips, it got a little bit out of hand when they did a face-off. They had to be separated by security. I'm hoping it doesn't kick off today because I'm certainly not worthy of being a security man. But let's start with Willie Hutchinson. Let's start with the Hutch train. It was a brilliant win last time out against Craig Richards. You went into that fight telling everyone what you were going to do, telling everyone that you're going to beat this man, you were the underdog, but you did it. How do you feel about this one?
100%, Dev, 100%. Listen, look at the people we're up here with. For me, this is unbelievable. It's what an experience. Do you know what I mean? A lot of great fighters up here, but like I said, Dev, last time out, everything I said I'd done, I basically done with far from knock him out, and I nearly did 2, 3 or 4 times. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking forward to knocking this fella out on Saturday night. Yeah.
This one has been quite a spicy build-up. It has been, there's been hands put on each other. You've been separated by security, as I mentioned. Why do you think that is? What's going on?
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. It's up to this fella. I was all right, to be honest with you, until, I don't know what happened to him. He got an emotional wreck, and his emotions got to him, and it's probably the same thing's going to happen to him in this fight. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't trying to do anything. I went to shake his hand before we went up to the thing. He gave me the yeah fist bump, and then from then it went downhill from him.
Well, let's bring in Joshua Buatsi and get his version of events here. Are you an emotional wreck, Joshua?
Firstly, let me thank everyone for coming here. His Excellency, Boxer, those that are behind it. I don't think I'm an emotional wreck, no.
You're not now because you're starving.
Yeah, I'm starving, it's true.
Shut up. Don't start with all that crap again.
Starving. But I
Because you're hungry.
tell you one thing though.
You look hungry, brother.
We're a couple of days away
look
from the
hungry.
fight, so there's nothing that's going to happen to derail me. We're like 2-3 days away, so I'm looking forward to it.
What has happened here? Because I watched your roundtables with Craig Richards, Dan Aziz. Do you want a handshake at the end?
If you want to know, go online, because I've done repeated myself about grabbing the scalp. It wasn't a big thing. Let's move on, man. We're 2 days away.
It was... Dev, just keep talking. Well, I don't even know where it come from, because me and this fella, even though we only met a few times, and a couple of times we did meet, I beat him up in the gym. But apart from that, it was always all right, do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm the biggest worky ticket in the whole entire world. Far from it. But I genuinely was actually trying to be all right with this man. And then he tried to be a bad man, and he ain't got any bad man in him. You know what I mean? What bad man would he know? He ain't got a clue.
Cool story, bro. Dev, what's up?
What?
I can ask you another question, Josh. I mean,
All right.
look, Willie has mentioned there, and there is a theme of sparring story heading into this event. He is on record quite regularly saying that he had his way with you in sparring. I know you've done several interviews saying you don't believe that to be the case. This is the opportunity on a big stage to kind of downplay his claims.
It's not an opportunity on a big stage. It's all on the internet. So again, Dev, if you want to remind yourself, if anyone here wants to remind themselves, go on YouTube, man. The answer's the same.
How do you win this fight?
By being Buatsi, I show up. I tell you guys who my source is. I always give reference to God, because literally everyone here works hard and different things work for different people. But for me, that's my source.
And what do you think of Willie Hutchinson?
I think about him what you think. What everyone thinks about him is the same.
To be honest with you, I think I'm all right. Unless I'm deluded and away with the fairies, I genuinely think I'm actually all right. I shake everybody's hand. Every person I meet, I shake their hand. I try and be as helpful as I can. I can be a nightmare sometimes, yeah. Like I'm his nightmare just now, but yeah, I'm only his nightmare. You know what I
If you
mean?
think you're a nice guy, then everyone thinks you're a nice guy, then you're a nice guy.
Well, they're all laughing. They're not laughing with you.
I don't need people to laugh with me, bro. They're laughing at you.
No one laughs. I quite like that. That's all right. Well, I hope not. Anyhow, I think you're all my friends, and I'm enjoying every second of this until really tomorrow's the first bit in it. So when you weigh in, we'll see. We'll go see each other in a minute. Anyhow, but we'll get a bit of food into us, and then Saturday night. The first thing's tomorrow, and then Saturday. Listen, I've been in camp for 11 weeks. Today, Thursday, I went on a Thursday, 11 weeks. I've been training my ass off for 11 weeks. I've done all the hard work. This is fun, man. Enjoy yourself, innit? This is, what on earth have I been doing all that for? What, to look on the table, oh, these things. You know what I mean? I've been training for this man for not for 11 weeks, for 17 years. He's the biggest step of for me. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? This is fun. Have some fun. That man looks like he's gonna cry his eyes out, bless him.
Tell us why you win this fight, Willie.
Why? Because I'm far too good for him. It's that simple.
Any final message, Josh?
In every aspect.
Again?
Any final message?
He knows it.
I told him already, September 21st, I'll see you. So 2 more days, babe. I'll see you.
It's just like that, man.
It's just like that. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Joshua Buatsi. Brilliant. WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Of course, the winner is in line for a shot at the winner of Artur Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol coming up October 12th, all part of Riyadh season. That's a fantastic fight. Do not miss that one. Well, let's move on to the chief support. We've got two middleweights here who both have different habits. We've got Hamza Sheraz, who has got a habit of knocking out every single middleweight that gets put in front of him. We've got Tyler Denny, who has a habit of when he is presented with an unbeaten rising British middleweight, he takes their unbeaten record. That's what we have heading into this fight. He's also the European champion, and Tyler Denny, I'm going to start with you. In your most recent fights, you talked about how you want to go to Saudi. You want to go and get some of that Saudi magic. Well, Saudi has come to you. Riyadh season has come to the UK. How does it feel to be part of such an incredible show?
Listen, I'm privileged, man, and I've talked it into existence. I'm here. But firstly, I want to thank His Excellency, Spencer Brown, Boxer, BCBL Johnson, and my whole team. It's been a great experience all week. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I plan to enjoy that even more.
What do you make of your opponent here? He's unbeaten, he's got very heavy hands, he's a Riyadh season ambassador as well, by the way, so very much a fancied kind of golden boy, if you will. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. Listen, I'm not going to badmouth him, he's a great fighter. But so am I. You know what I mean? And I'm here to show why I believe I'm a better fighter, and I'm just glad I got the opportunity to do so. Like I say, I rate him, I think he's a world level fighter, but, you know, I believe in myself, man. My confidence is sky high, and I'm willing to fight anyone. When I got the call about this fight, I couldn't say yes quick enough. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing disrespectful to Hamza, just the whole occasion and everything. For a great name like Hamza to have that on my resume, that's what I'm all about, man.
Well, Hamza Sheraz was asked, give us 3 reasons why you beat Tyler Denny. And the 3 reasons were, I am bigger, I am stronger, I hit harder. He makes a pretty compelling case, Tyler. What do you say to that?
Well, I seen an interview off AJ the other day on about he was bigger, stronger, and everything over Usyk, but he didn't beat Usyk. There's a lot more to boxing than being the taller guy, bigger guy. You know what I mean? Listen, I understand why I'm the underdog, but I've been the underdog my whole career, and I keep winning. So that's my case. I believe in myself. My tenacity that I'm going to bring the heat and the confidence, and there's no way I'm losing the fight.
Well, let's bring in Hamza Sheraz. Hamza, you are a Riyadh season ambassador as well. Firstly, just how great is it to have Riyadh season here in the UK? You must be very proud as an ambassador.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing us to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for not just giving me, but giving all us fighters up here the opportunity to give back. I'd like to thank the main man, Spencer, down there for helping me out a lot. And yeah, I'm honoured, Dev, honoured to say the least. It's like I keep saying, it's our opportunity to give back, especially being a Riyadh season ambassador. There's expectations there, and people say, is it pressure? I wouldn't say it's pressure. I like having these expectations of me, because I turn up, I show up, and I get the knockout.
Well, you're in against a man who is an underdog who keeps on winning. What do you make of your opponent, Tyler Denny, on Saturday night?
Listen, he does what he's got to do. You know what I mean? He does what he's got to do. He turns up. He's been beaten whoever's in front of him, the underdogs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember, I'm nothing like the last 5 fighters he's upset. Listen, I go out to LA, I do my thing over there, and if you speak to anyone, speak to Ricky, speak to my coach, speak to my team, you understand that I am a very, very, very disciplined man, and I understand the mission of what I've set out to do and how I want to achieve it and what I've got to do, and the buck stops with Tyler Denny, and I've got to get him out of the way.
Well, Tyler, let me just bring you back in here. You were asked a little while ago, do you feel like Hamza Sheraz has made a mistake taking on a fight with Tyler Denny, considering he's on the cusp of challenging for a world title? You said, yes, I feel he has made a mistake. We put that to Hamza, and he said, well, that might change in fight week. The energy may change from Tyler. So what is the energy? Has this man made a mistake?
Listen, man, if you think I was going to turn up and start shitting myself, you got another thing coming. I don't get the question. I don't get why you can get triggered by that. You asking me if I made a mistake. I'm never going to say, no, he made the right decision, he's going to splatter me. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. But of course, I'm going to say he's made a mistake. That's just it is. He could have waited around and got his opportunities. Fair play to him, man. He wants a good fight. I'm the European champion. I'm going to bring him a good fight. And that's all it is, really. It's a bit of stirring and whatever, but, you know, I believe in myself. Of course, I think he's made a mistake.
Hamza, we talked about, you said, well, let's see what his energy is in fight week. That's a pretty clear indication of what he intends to do.
Yeah, it is, and I'm glad. Like I said, I keep banging on about giving back. That's all I want to do when you got the opportunity of this magnitude.
Well, Tyler Denny was also asked 3 reasons why I beat Hamza Sheraz. He said, I want it too much, my confidence is sky high, and I'm a sore loser. How do you deal with that?
I win. It's as simple as that. Don't really make much of it. He done what he had to do. He answered the questions, and that was that.
You're on a streak of 14 consecutive knockouts. When you look across there, you see Tyler Denny. Is that number 15?
Yeah, definitely, inshallah. That's the plan. Do you know what I mean? I've worked too hard, Dev. I've worked too hard.
Tyler, any response?
No chance, man. No chance. I'm winning the fight, obviously. He believes he wins the fight. But I think it's two people who genuinely believe they're winning the fight. You know what I mean? So you're going to get a good fight. And that's the good thing with Riyadh season is the best fighting the best, man. You know what I mean? So bring it on.
Bring it on, indeed. Thank you, Hamza Sheraz. Thank you, Tyler Denny. Brilliant fight at middleweight on Saturday. Well, that concludes the undercard part of the press conference. They're going to do face-offs now down the front, and we'll be back very shortly for the main event. Thank you.
So that concludes the undercard press conference. We will now have some face-offs, though, that we will run our eyes over as these pairs of fighters go head-to-head. I think the fight of the night there was Josh Kelly against Ishmael Davis. Carl, Ishmael Davis brought some heat, didn't he, to the podium, and it's kind of tied in with the discussion we were having earlier on. I felt that was good tactics from him.
He made a good point as well. Me and Matt were talking about it. Like they both share the same best win. I think that he maybe feels a little bit disrespected by what some of the things George Kelly said, and I don't even think he said it purposely. I think George Kelly genuinely thinks he's a level above Ishmael Davis. Ishmael Davis thinks that's a little bit of disrespect thrown his way, and you could tell he was annoyed there. But he's up for it, isn't he? Like, I mean, out of all the fighters, he sounded the most ferocious on the stage, and he's definitely here to win.
I thought Kelly handled that pretty well, though he didn't really rise to it. He stayed calm, and I thought by the end of that exchange maybe he slightly came out on the right side of it, because Davis possibly just went on a little bit too long saying the same thing.
He did, but I think it was probably a bit of a reality check for Kelly as well, thinking, you know what, I've got to actually give this guy some props. You know, he's just not here to make the numbers up. I thought this was a walk in the park Saturday night. Hearing that, seeing that, you know, the points that Davis is putting across there, he's thinking this could actually be more even than what it is. Now, this is down to a fighter's individual self-confidence to think, do I really believe I'm levels above you? But by the sounds of it, it's like, you know what, maybe I've got to actually give you a bit more respect than I thought.
Matt, we didn't get loads out of Tyler Denny or Hamza Sheraz or Anthony Cacace or Josh Warrington, which was what we expected, really. Kind of all eyes were on Willie Hutchinson and Josh Buatsi to an extent, and he didn't really manage to land Hutchinson, did he? I'm not saying he was trying overly hard to, but I think he was just having a bit of a fence just to see what might happen, and Buatsi wasn't really having it.
No, he was prodding a little bit, but nothing came back, did it? So he had nothing to really go with. I still think it's going to be a really good fight. You know, Buatsi's never been a big talker at press conferences. You know, he's sort of always plays it down, doesn't he? But I think it'll be a good fight, because I think Hutchinson's going to be tricky, and I think he's going to be early doors could be difficult for Buatsi. I think the second half will be really interesting.
And let's remember the potential of Willie Hutchinson. I think his first 5 fights he'd signed with Haymaker.
Yeah.
They don't sign anybody and everybody. So and it's only because of
Shelley
this stuff.
Finkel's his manager as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't sign anybody they don't think has the potential. This man's got the potential. Now, hopefully the maturity matches his ability and self-confidence, self-belief. This fight is a lot closer, and people should pay a lot more attention to this fight than any other fight on the other card, because if there's going to be an upset, it's that one.
The fighters just behind us, just assembling either side of the stage, patiently waiting for the face-offs. And I think the first one is coming, which will be Mark Chamberlain and Josh Padley. A kind of, how would you describe that? Panoramic view almost of Eddie Hearn there and Frank Warren. And Chamberlain and Padley is a fight that was put together at relatively short notice. Padley had 6-7 weeks notice for this. Chamberlain a heavy favourite, which is completely understandable, and he's taking the opportunity here, Chamberlain, I think, to just kind of welcome Padley to the big time and just try and make him understand that on Saturday there'll be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. He's got a bit of he's got a side to him, Chamberlain, I think, which you see comes out gradually during fight week.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a spiteful person. I think that I like the way he fights. I think that there was obviously a lot of talk about him and Sam Noakes in this rivalry they're building up, but he seems to be doing his own thing now, being backed heavily by Turki Al-Sheikh, who loves him. But you can see why. He's an exciting fighter. Really, really good, exciting fighter to watch. And he looks to knock people out. He looks to hurt people. Yeah, and he was just letting Josh Padley know that I'm the big boy here in town and I'm the boss.
So Moses Atama has joined us on the panel. Thanks very much for taking the time. Always good to see you. When you look at these press conferences yourself in big fight weeks, you've been part of a few of them now. How do you view them? Do you feel like you watch people go about their business and pick up a few tips? Do you feel like there's an expectation on you to say more as you get older and more experienced?
No, not really. Sometimes I like watching it as a fan. Like, obviously, I know I'm in the sport of boxing, but yeah, I do like the entertainment side. So obviously, when I do see something silly in a press conferences or something like, don't know, I'll just smile at it. I don't really tend to take it in my note or anything, but I do like watching the press conference.
So we've got Hamza Sheraz and Tyler Denny up on stage at the moment. Oh no, that was Ishmael Davis and Josh Kelly, I beg your pardon. So those two just breaking off, and that was all pretty civilised. Davis, as we were mentioning, had plenty to say, and I think it was wise of him to try and kind of put it on Josh Kelly a bit in the press conference and just remind him of what you were all saying, basically, which is that with the change of opponent, the pressure is now really on Kelly rather than Davis. In terms of these press week events, when you two were fighting, were you just glad to get them out of the way? Was it a relief to have it over with and now you can just concentrate on the very final bits of weight making?
Might have been different for Johnny, but I was always struggling to make weight, so they were a pain in the ass for me, if I'm being honest. All I wanted to do was not be around food, not be around people. I was hungry, I was thirsty, and I was angry. The last thing you want to do is a press conference, but you understand why they have to be done.
I hated this week. Brendan called me the entertainer. Why? I wasn't funny, couldn't tell jokes. But I thought this week, why are you asking me these questions now? Why don't you ask me them at the beginning of training camp? And it's just something you're obligated to do. You've got to do it. It's the business side of our sport. And you do as little as possible. But if it's personal, that's where fights are won and lost. That's where I thought I won the fight against Carl Thompson for the world title. Fight week, because I knew he wore his heart on his sleeve. So you've got to think tactically, you've got to think smart, but most of the time, you don't want to do it.
All very good natured between Cacace and Josh Warrington there, all smiles. And that's how it's been in the build up to this one. Very cordial, very, very friendly. Quick handshake with Spencer Brown, Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. And I think they're saving, or they have saved, the chief support to be the last one that we will see. So Hutchinson, quick to the centre there. And I wonder, will he have a little bit of a word with Buatsi? Security are primed and ready just to prize them apart if they need to. Bit of a height difference.
Yeah,
interesting actually.
More surprised by
Buatsi's one of these people who is taller when you meet him than you think he's going to be. And Hutchinson with just a few little words for him. Buatsi won't give any kind of reaction. I'm 100% sure about that. When it comes to the stare-off, when it comes to you staring deep into your opponent's eyes, they could go on for a really long time, and sometimes people don't want to break the stare. Other times one fighter's not really bothered and they'll break off. Sometimes you have to put a piece of paper between the two of them. I mean, how do you approach that? Do you just hold it for as long as you want to and then decide enough is enough, or do you not want to look away first?
Depends on how you want to think of it, really. Like me, I don't feel like this wins you any fights. I feel like...
Correct.
I've watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather's fights, and he never, like, maybe in a face-off, yeah, but once you get in the ring, he never actually used to look at the opponent in the eyes, always used to look in the belt. But I don't know, I feel like this is a good time to get into someone's head, maybe. I remember there was one time I came up to Sheffield, Johnny, and I came with the England squad, and we went to the English gym, and you was training there, and you made one of the boxers like go on the bags, and while you were shouting, I'm not going to say what you were shouting, but you was a lot of abuse, and you was basically trying to be like, in order for you to be a fighter, you need to do what you got to do and not listen to the external source. And I feel like, especially in this fight week, there's been a lot of trash talking, especially between these two.
Was that a Brendan Ingle trick, Johnny? Was it?
Yeah. He said the mind get. Listen, he turned me from a zero kid that was completely scared of his own shadow into a world champion. And as far as he's concerned, it's working on the mind, being able to concentrate on what you're good at, and not listening to the negatives and the positives. And that's the first thing Brendan did when you walked to the gym. He said, "Tell me about yourself." For 2 minutes. Now, if I make you face the wall and start talking about yourself for 2 minutes, you probably do 20 seconds and start stuttering. And while he's doing that, he's talking to you. But in a way, he's kind of getting you to concentrate and think on your feet. Not remember, think on your feet. Remember what I said about Dubois? He's not capable of thinking in a fight. Brendan taught you to think on your feet, think in a fight. And so it starts from the very beginning.
Well, let's just move on to that one, because the next press conference, of course, will be the top of the bill. You're at heavyweight as we just have a look at Tyler Denny and Hamza Sheraz. Big height difference between those two. I don't think we're going to get too much reaction from either fighter. Everything between them, as it has been in other fights, has been very disciplined. But with AJ and Dubois, what have you made of each of them, just kind of watching them this week? Because an interesting thing for you at the moment is just to watch how fighters like Joshua in particular go about their business during fight week, but you'll have your eye on Dubois because he's the younger guy, the guy on the rise, kind of more in your position than Joshua is. How have you found it all?
To be fair, the whole kind of week I haven't really thought about it too much. I've just really been taken in as a fan, but obviously, like I said, I'm in the gym with Anthony Joshua, and I see how relaxed yet switched on he is, and like I can implement that in my game. And like honestly, I turned up to the gym yesterday, he's laughing, joking, but when you talk to him, you know that right when it's go time, it's going to be go time. And I feel like that's something I can implement in my game. And obviously with Dubois, I had a whole training camp with him for obviously when he was preparing for Usyk. Obviously I wasn't in his change room or anything, but like I picked up on a few things that he does as well, and I feel like I kind of got my opinion on what's going to happen on Saturday night, but I feel like it's a very, very good and intriguing matchup.
Who hits the hardest?
The thing is, when I sparred Anthony Joshua, I feel like I was obviously 16, and he don't really want to knock out a 16-year-old, innit? So obviously, do you get what I mean? Whereas with Dubois, I was kind of like a grown man. Who hits the hardest? I feel like AJ probably would hit harder, but Dubois, his jab is very, very annoying. It's so annoying, especially southpaw, the orthodox. It kind of like just stop. It's just in a weird position where it just stops you from throwing it. And his speed is very underrated as well, and he's got a good chin.
Who's the fastest?
Who's the fastest? I think AJ's more explosive. I think Dubois is stronger, but AJ's more powerful.
Okay, so I could just see Joshua Buatsi just milling around at the bottom of the steps to the stage. I think he's going to come up and join us before too long. It's an interesting point you make there, Moses, about learning the ability to kind of be constantly vigilant but also relaxed, because that's exactly what you have to be in the boxing ring, and that's always seemed to me to be something that would be pretty difficult to pull off. So Josh Buatsi joins us. I think kind of all eyes were on you and Willie Hutchinson for that press conference, to be honest. Everybody, if I was a betting man, I think I probably would have taken a reasonable amount of money on there being an incident, if there was one, between the pair of you two. But it was actually quite calm in the end.
He was very measured. That's why Willie was still trying to wind it up, but he was very measured.
But you know what it is, guys? We're 2 days away. There's no point doing anything now. When the incident first happened, it was 2 months out. But we're 2 days away. We're so close now, but I'm locked in. I'm looking forward to it. It's a big event. Again, a lot has been said, but it's now time to back it up.
I know one of your fight week rituals, I can't remember when you do it, whether it's weigh-in day or whether it's the day of the fight, but the barnet will get trimmed, the beard will come off.
Yeah, it's all coming off.
So when's that happening?
Friday night. My mum will be watching, so if I go on TV like this to fight, it's big trouble for me. Right now I'm in trouble, but on fight night it's bigger trouble.
So what are the next couple of days like? Well, did you have any set routines apart from that things you like to do, that you like to observe?
It's simple. Again, I've said it so many times. It's just meditating in the Bible, reading it. That's all I need right now. Right now, the training's been done. There's nothing you're going to tell me that's going to boost me up more than what's written in the Bible. Different fighters, different things works for them, but for me, this is what works. And that's that. Because that works, that's all I can give, and that's all I can say. I can't tell you, oh, I have all my friends around me, or I go to like a weird shop to do something. I can tell you the Bible is what I do between now and the fight.
I mean, is it the same passages, the same bits of the Bible
and
that you would read?
Passages, but the thing is, sometimes it's the same one, but the understanding you have that I had from a scripture maybe 10 fights ago is different to what I read today. So the same scripture that I read is different every time. And there's one in my Instagram caption that everyone pulls me over and says, oh, I like that. Did you write that? And I'm like, I didn't write it. It's from the Bible. And it says, it is God who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Everyone thinks about God as in the spirit. Yes, he's a spirit guy, but it's battle. I've had 18 fights and I can only give credit to the source.
How about you? Did you have anything you in particular wanted to do or needed to do in the build-up to a fight?
No.
And you were uncomfortable if you didn't do it?
No, not really. Well, there was one weird thing. I always made sure the lights were turned off in the hotel before I left. For some reason.
Lying.
Yeah, I swear I was weird. And the bed was made nicely, and it was just that. It was a strange thing, but no mess in the room. I've no idea. But I was going to ask you actually, Judge, are you a person? I was a person that liked a lot of people around on fight week. Maybe fight day and the day before the fight, not necessarily talking about the fight as much, but just having people around me to maybe take my mind. Is that a bit of you as well, or?
No, I'm quite the opposite.
Okay.
When there's too much people, I don't really like it, especially when there's new people.
Okay.
I think when I started, I didn't mind, but now I only want instrumental people. People are not there just to make numbers. I want someone that's bringing something to me, and that's only going to be from the Bible. So I like to be on my own a bit.